You're going to want to hear what Tiffany Stratton just said in a recent interview regarding future WWE opponents. What did the WWE Women's Champion have to say? Well, we are going to be covering that into today's video because Tiffany Stratton, well, she came out on top at WrestleMania 41 when she put her Women's Championship on the line against the Queen, Charlotte Flair. It was a major upset in the eyes of many folks, considering that it seemed like WWE was going to go in the direction of the Queen. It seemed like a foregone conclusion in the eyes of many, including myself. Think about it. Charlotte Flair, she returned to the Royal Rumble from injury. It's Charlotte freaking Flair. But no, it was Tiffany Stratton that came out on top. Tiffany Stratton, the one that's going to lead this company into the next 10, 15 years. Tiffany Stratton, the woman that is going to be a top tier player for WWE for years to come. Tiffany Stratton, who's going to hold multiple women's championships, who's going to headline multiple WrestleManias. Yes, I said headline multiple WrestleManias. Not just work WrestleManias, headline. She has all the tools in this industry, and she comes at a time in which she is already being pushed heavily on television. Think about all in which she has accomplished in just so little of years since arriving in WWE, from her success in NXT, a former NXT Women's Champion, feuding with Becky Lynch. Also, think about all the success in which she's had on the main roster. She's not been in pro wrestling for that long, yet she's achieved so much, and clearly the company is behind her. She's a former Money in the Bank holder. She's been pushed strongly all the way through from NXT to the main roster. Now she's women's champion. And what makes Tiffany Stratton is so special is she has the art. She has the skill set to know, hey, I can play a heel. Hey, I can be a babyface. You realizing that you have those tools in your arsenal in which you can use at any given time against anyone in any different storyline, that is massive. That is a massive thing for Tiffany Stratton. And so now that we are through WrestleMania, and now that we are getting out of the Charlotte Flair business, depending on what they do in TV coming out of Mania, I think it's very important to look ahead. Don't just think of May, don't just think of June. I'm talking about July, August, September, because I think Tiffany Stratton is going to be on a title run in which lasts for a very, very long time. And Tiffany Stratton thinks the exact same thing. So coming out of WrestleMania, she did a post-event press conference. And she was talking about wanting to keep the momentum alive, keeping it intact. In her confidence, it is head and shoulders above everyone. And she talked about how so important we have so many insanely talented, gifted, athletic, beautiful women on the roster. We got Bianca Belair. We got Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill. I have my feuds. Like, I got some people stacked up for me in the future. I got dream WrestleMania opponents, dream feuds. So this win for me was super important. I'm going to take this moment, and hopefully in my next storyline, my next feud, I'll come out with the W again. So let's look at those names. Those are big time names. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, they are already huge stars. Rhea Ripley, she's a megastar. Okay? She has been at the mountaintop. She has headlined WrestleManias. Bianca Belair, she's been at the mountaintop. She's headlined WrestleManias. In fact, at WrestleMania Night 2, we saw Bianca Belair and Io Sky and Rhea Ripley battle it out in an epic triple threat for the Women's World Championship. Now, Jade Cargill, she was also successful at WrestleMania going over Naomi. It was a big time moment for her because it was her first singles win at a WrestleMania. In fact, I think it was her very first singles PLE win, but don't hold me to that. The idea of doing a Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill match, pretty big. Doing a Bianca Belair Tiffany Stratton match, even bigger. Doing a Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley match, one in which can get dedicated time and a good storyline behind it, well, y'all, I think that has all the ingredients in the world to be a headlining main event at WrestleMania. I'm talking about 3 That's how massive that is. Not one, not two, not three, but 3x X type main event WrestleMania caliber match. Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. I can see it now. I can see the marquee. I can see the social media reference. Hopefully they bring in like the floating or the motion type graphics for that one. But still, they bring star power. They bring situations in which can pull in fans. They can go, ooh, that's a match I want to see. Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, especially if you go a Bianca Belair as a face and Tiffany as a heel, that has all the ingredients in the world to be a bona fide great match and a great storyline. It's a classic heel versus babyface dynamic. Bianca plays an excellent babyface. Tiffany plays an excellent heel. Then you can go towards the Jade Cargill route. Jade Cargill is going to be a future women's champion. Jade Cargill is going to be a future main event caliber star. Okay? They're very high on her. She has the look, the size, the presence, everything, the charisma. Got to dial in that in-ring work a little bit. Got to dial in that promo ability a little bit. But she's there. She's close. She's going to get there, y'all. She's going to. So as long as they can continuously get to where they need to go with Jade and with Tiffany and keep doing excellent work with Bianca and Rhea Ripley, we got some money feuds. We really do. So I like this group of talent that Tiffany Stratton has mentioned. I like this group of stars that we can go out there and we can put on a show. Make no mistake about it, y'all. Tiffany Stratton gets any three of these stars, that's pretty big stuff. That is main event caliber stuff. That is WrestleMania caliber matches. Any of those stars, you can absolutely book at a WrestleMania against Tiffany Stratton. I think with Rhea Ripley, that's a WrestleMania main event. It's that big. How long will we have to wait to see that? I don't know. We first, we just got out of Mania. So you got to keep that in mind. But I think it's massive if you can get it done. I think it's massive if you can make it happen. And we'll see if they'll be able to make it happen or not. Well, let me know down in the comments area below. Out of those three matches, which one would you like to see the most? Personally, me, I'm going Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. If you haven't noticed by now, I really, really like the idea of that match. I really, really like the idea of a Bianca Belair or Tiffany Stratton just because of the babyface heel dynamic. And then, of course, you have the Jade Cargill component as well. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of good stuff here. Just got to keep everything rolling with all four stars. I'll catch y'all next time, folks.